Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
In this session, we are going to see how to help children do sums based on decimal multiplication by thousands, tens, hundreds and division by tens, hundreds and thousands. Children know that they have to move the decimal point, but invariably they get confused to which side they need to move. If it is multiplication, is it on to the right side or is it on to the left side? Let us also remember one more thing, our children with SLD have difficulties in differentiating left from right. So, we cannot keep using the terms right and left, but we need to give them some other coping strategy which will help them to overcome this difficulty or confusion but still be able to work out the sums correctly. Let us see this sum on the board. 21.36 multiplied by 100. When you give them a sum like this, what they need to do is they have to close their hands. If you look at this hand, I am not saying right hand, but this hand, I have marked the sign multiplication, and on this hand, I have marked the sign division. So, what they need to do is first close their hands like this and keep their hands on the decimal. Please remember, you need to tell them once they see the multiplication sign, only that hand will move and the other hand will not move and it will stay firm in its place. Now, let us go to the board to see how to actually work the sum. They start from here, they keep their hands here, they look at the sign, it is multiplication. That means they are going to move this hand alone. When they move this hand, it tries moving to the other side. It can't move because the other hand is stopping it. It does not have a choice but to move to the only side which is open and where there is nobody or no other hand is stopping it. So, it moves this side, and how many places? There are 2 zeros. So, the decimal moves 2 places and the decimal comes to an end. So, this is where they place the decimal. Now, let us take one more sum and see how to do that. So, they need to hold their hand like this and start from the decimal. They look into the sign. It is multiplication. That means only the multiplication hand will move. It tries moving the other side, but the division hand is stopping it. So, it has to move only this side. Ask them to count the number of zeros. How many zeros? 3 zeros. So, the decimal will move 3 places to this side. So, it will be the decimal jumps like this. It jumps here and it also jumps one place and comes to the end. But remember, we have always been telling children that they can't leave any house empty. Whenever they see a house empty, they need to fill it up with 0. So, 45.12 multiplied by 1000 will be 45,120. Now, let us take one more sum based on division. So, where should you start from? From the decimal. What is the sign that is given there? Division. So, which hand will move? The division hand. When it tries moving that side, the multiplication hand is going to stop, and hence it has to move only this side. Count the number of zeros. How many zeros? 1. So, it jumps or moves only one place and the decimal comes here. So, this will be equal to 3 because the decimal is moved here. It is 0.436. So, once you make them here, let us remember we did not use the word right or left, but we just said multiplication and division, and we also marked it on their hand. Let them do this till such time it gets internalized. Once it gets internalized, they will automatically be able to visualize it. They do not have to mark this, they will come out of it automatically. Once you do this, they will never make a mistake as far as decimal multiplication and division is concerned. Teachers, please remember, initially as the child is not aware of which is for multiplication and which hand is for division, you need to mark it out for them. So, make sure that you mark it out for them, and once you do it for some time, they know, they start marking it out all by themselves, and over a period of time they will be able to visualize, and you do not have to mark it out nor do they mark it out themselves. They will be able to come out of this automatically.